Hello and welcome to this SPSS one-on-one series with the Warrior Analytics. Today you're going to learn how to obtain frequencies and percentages for your categorical variables and how to use these frequencies and percentages to clean your data. Additionally, you're also going to learn how to summarize your numerical data, how to obtain means, standard deviations, mode, median, and others. So let's get to the computer and see how it is done. So in this episode, we are going to use a dataset that comes pre-installed with SPSS. To obtain that dataset, simply go to File, Open Data, then locate the installation folder for SPSS. Usually, it is on this PC and on the partition that has Windows. Mine is called Local Disk C. Double click on it and go to Program Files. Look for a folder called IBM. Double click on it, proceed, open SPSS, and again open statistics. So you will see a number corresponding to the version of SPSS that you are using. Go ahead and click, then locate the folder called samples, open it, and then select your language. Today we are going to use the data set called ADL, so click on it and then click open. There you will see the data set has opened. So in this data set, we have got 14 variables and some of them have got values defined. You can see, if I click on it, you can see under treatment group, you can see we have control 0 and treatment as 1, and other variables. When you turn to the data view, you can see that yes, we have some categorical variables here, and we also have some numerical variables here. If you want to change between values and labels, we have this icon here. If I click on it, you see the codes or the values, and when again I click on it, you see the labels. We are going to start by obtaining frequencies and percentages for a categorical variable called group. And to obtain this, you go to Analyze, go to Descriptive Statistics, and under Frequencies, select Frequencies. A dialog box opens. You will see on the left-hand side, you have a box containing all your variables. And on the right-hand side, you will see a box where you will push the variables you want to analyze. If for some reason you're not seeing the names, the variable names, you can right-click, select variable names. So here you will be only seeing variable names. Or if you want to see the variable labels, you can as well see them. If I put a cursor over it, you can see that this is treatment group, the label, but the variable name itself is called group. So we want to obtain the frequencies and percentages for group. Just click on it and then you will see this arrow telling you that you can push that variable to that box. Once it is this side, the same arrow is telling you you can remove this variable if you didn't want. We want to obtain frequencies for that variable. By default, display frequency tables box is checked, and we want to leave it like that. Click OK. Then you will see in the output window, we have the results of our analysis. If you're not seeing your output window, simply put your cursor over the SPSS icon on the taskbar and you will see a certain window open called Output 1. So click on it and then you can see that in our output, we have first of all a summary statistic telling us, we are dealing with a variable called treatment group. They are giving us the variable labels. The total number which is valid, there are 100 participants, none is missing. Then they give you the analysis results. In this variable called treatment group, we have a control group and a treatment group and then total. Control, we have a total of 46 participants, and then treatment, we have 54. Then they give you the percentages. 46 out of 100 times 100 is 46. Same thing here. Okay, so let's minimize that. Go back to our data. You can again If you want more than one variables to run at once, you can go to descriptive statistics, frequencies, and then, SPSS will remember the last analysis you did. But if you want to start afresh, you can always click the reset button. Once I click reset, it goes back to the defaults. So I want treatment group, I want diabetes, and then I want to analyze hypertensive, or maybe you can try as many as you want. Then click OK, and then you will be able to see your outputs here. On the left hand side, we also have what you would call the log or the table of contents for your analysis. If you want to go to the very first one we did, it was frequencies and it was treatment group. If I click on it, it takes me back to the first table. If I want to go to the last table, still I click on it and it takes me there. That's how you obtain frequencies and percentages in SPSS for your categorical variables. But you can also use these frequencies and percentages to clean your dataset before you start analysis. For cleaning purposes, I just want to go to variable number 1 and then I delete that entry. I also go for variable 10 and delete it. Then I want to run a descriptive analysis to obtain frequencies and percentages, but I just want one of it, that is treatment group, and then I say OK. You'll see that in our output still same things, but then there is an extra row that has been added saying missing in the system. They are telling us in total we have 46 in control, 52 in treatment, and total for valid is 98, but those that are missing in the system are 2. So they will provide percentages, for the control 46%, treatment 52, total that is valid is 98%, and missing in the system is 2%. However, if you want valid percentage for your analysis, it excludes those that are missing. So they will only consider percentages for the 98. So this would be 46 out of 98 times 100 to get this 46.9, and this would be 52 over 98 times 100 to get 53.1, total adding up to 100 when the missing is excluded. Usually it is good practice whenever I'm using SPSS, I use the valid percentage. You minimize the errors. Sometimes you have missing data which should actually be missing. So valid percentages are the ones I would recommend. But it also tells you that it is important to first clean your data before you analyze. So in that way, you can use SPSS to clean your data to see what is missing and correct it before you start the actual analysis. So I'm going to minimize this window. I go back to our data editor window. So next we look at how to analyze numeric variables. So these two variables, age and LOS, are numeric variables. And the way we summarize numeric variables is by way of obtaining measures of central tendency like mean, median, standard deviation, and also measures of dispersion like range, minimum, maximum value. So let's see how to obtain these values. To analyze a numeric variable, simply click on Analyze, Descriptive Statistics, then Frequencies. This time we don't need frequency tables, so you're going to uncheck this. Then you put in age and LOS. By the way, you can click on the first variable and then press Ctrl and select the other. Both of them will be selected. You push them at once. Then on the right under statistics, here we have percentile values, the measures of central tendency, where we have the mean, median, mode, and sum. You can check whatever you want. Okay. Then dispersion, you want standard deviation, you want variance, I want range, want minimum, maximum, standard error of the mean. If you also want to see the distribution in terms of skewness and kurtosis, we shall save this for another video for these two. So after selecting that, you can as well select the quartiles, the percentiles, and then click continue, and then okay. Yeah, so you see in our output window here, we have first of all summary statistics. The N valid, we have 100 entries, none is missing, all of them are entered. So the mean of those 100 is 71.76 for age, but the mean for LOS is 17.2. So standard error for this variable is here, and then for the second variable, if you had 10 variables, they will all be in one table going to the right. You can see that for age, the minimum age was 66 and the maximum age was 91, whereas for hospital length of stay, the minimum was 12, the maximum was 25. They also give you the sum of the variable. This is down here, and for each variable. You can see that here the median is there, the mode is there, but they are telling you that there are multiple modes for this variable called age. All the parameters that you would want in a numeric variable are within that window. So that's how you obtain the mean, median, and all the other summary statistics for a numeric variable. So let me minimize this and go back to our data set. As a bonus, let me show you how you can easily combine the different tables that we've seen in the output using an Excel into a table that you can present in your results section for your dissertation or your research. Let me use the categorical variables. So we get the frequencies, analyze descriptives, and we get frequencies. I want to reset this. Let me use the variables that we didn't use. This is diabetes mellitus. Let me just select these first three and take them. I want to display frequency tables. I say OK. Then I will select these tables, these three tables, control, keep selecting the ones you are interested in, copy this, and then go to your Excel. Yeah, in my Excel, I want to paste this using this option of match destination formatting, and then I will replace wherever the word valid is with the variable name. I remove valid, I bring variable name, remove valid, bring like that. Then at the end of the day, I want to only remain with these headings, frequency and the valid percentage. That's the one I told you I recommend. I will just delete these others. Select, delete. I select, delete. I select, delete. And then I don't want to have this column. I will delete it. I also don't want this. I will delete it. Then once I'm in here, I remove this word valid. I can just put here the name, variable, or characteristic, whatever you want to call it. You can see now I can copy this, and then I will put this in my Word document as a table. I can format this in the way I want. My results are ready for presentation. So in this episode, we've looked at how to analyze your categorical variables and numerical variables, and also how to use descriptive analysis to clean your data, plus how can you quickly format tables obtained from SPSS using Excel, and then for your dissertation or research thesis, whatever you want to use it for. So next we are going to look at how to plot graphs in SPSS. How can you get pie charts, histograms, bar graphs in SPSS, and how to edit them. consider liking and subscribing to our YouTube channel so that you do not miss out any of these episodes. See you in the next video.